What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet relationship and breakup coach. Today's topic, using the law of attraction to get your ex back. Now, if you are in a place of uncertainty, high anxiety because of the loss of your relationship, and you're really trying to understand why this happened in the first place, and you're looking for solutions, and the more you talk to people about it, maybe they've been a little dismissive. Your friends or your family or other people that you know are just like, hey, just get over it. This person isn't worth the trouble. As much as your logical mind might understand that in some situations, it's truthfully hard to let go, and I understand that. So as you're scouring the internet or YouTube for solutions, my hope is that this video not only offers you clarity about your situation, but also instills in you some hope and some self-confidence as you go about this, because in a lot of cases, your options are probably better than you believe. So let's start here. When you talk about the law of attraction, a lot of the practitioners or people that you watch online talk about this. Paint a picture of just kind of sitting down in some quiet room somewhere, and you just kind of picture whatever you want, and it just appears in your life. And in a lot of ways, I think that sets up the wrong expectations. In as much as you can create and design the life that you want, you can attract your ex back to you. But I think what's missing in a lot of cases is understanding that it does take some aligned action to bring about the reality that you're looking for. And so when you think about attraction or attracting, the image that you should be seeing right now is something pulling things into itself. Okay, it's never about forcing. It's never about controlling. It's more so about allowing. It's the peaceful nature of like a quiet lake. Okay. There's not a lot of rumbling. There's no water smashing on the rocks. There's just a peace and serenity about attracting and letting things be. But then I mentioned earlier aligned action. And a lot of times this is where, confusion starts to set in, is if I'm supposed to allow things to be, what types of actions should I be taking? And that's some of the things that we'll talk about here. So when you want to attract, you need to be an attractive person. What are the qualities and what are the behaviors of other attractive people? And if you're doing these things, if you're embodying attractive behaviors, sooner or later, your ex will notice these traits and these behaviors and these habits, and they will naturally be drawn into it. It's kind of like metal with a magnet. It just pulls the metal without having to force. The magnet doesn't chase the metal. It just kind of stays there, and the metal is drawn to the magnet. And of course, the higher the power, right, of the magnet, then the more it will attract to itself without having to do much. It's just a natural thing. It just exudes the right frequency, and things naturally are drawn to it. So a lot of times when I'm looking at the messages I get about getting an ex back, or some of the comments in the description, what I see a lot of times is things like, how can I make my ex come back? She's dating someone else and he's more successful. He's more attractive than me. There's no way she's going to come back. It doesn't matter. And all of these negative things. And what people don't understand is that your words are a reflection of your inner world. It's a reflection of your belief systems. And a lot of times you attract what you are. And this is not some new age gobbledygook or some kind of random things. It just is. Like attracts like. And so if you have a negative mindset, a negative belief system about yourself, it's not even just about the circumstance, because when you're comparing yourself to someone your ex is dating, in subtle ways, you're saying this person is better than you. So you have a negative belief system about yourself, you're only going to continue to get negative outcomes. One of my favorite books is The 4 Agreements. And the first agreement says, be impeccable with your word. And you can interpret that however you want to, but to me, it just means that your words have power. And the things that you say about yourself enough times become your reality. The more negative you are about yourself and your life and your outcome, a lot of these things just naturally start to manifest in your life, because you're always looking for the problems. You're always looking for the issues, and you're always looking for the reasons to believe that you are not good enough. And you can tell me, coach, that's not how it is. I'm just saying that about my ex. But it's the same way that, if you squeeze an orange, you're always going to get orange juice. You won't get apple juice. You won't get grape juice. You're only going to get the orange juice. So the things that you say, again, is a reflection of who you are. So you don't just say these negative things randomly. They're inside of you, period. As above, so below. And as within, so without. Your belief systems are things that you cannot hide. If someone talks to you long enough, you're going to start throwing up your negative belief systems in their face, and it's extremely unattractive. Are you spending the time to work on your fitness? Are you spending the time to work on your career? And what is that doing for your self-esteem? How does that make you feel about yourself? Because the more you put your ex on a pedestal in your mind, the more you keep chasing them, the more you keep believing that, oh, how can I get them back? In subtle ways, you're telling yourself, you're telling the world, the universe, I do not deserve them, so I have to manipulate them to get them back. A lot of the things that we talk about when it comes to getting an ex back has to just do with the nature of the human mind, and how a lot of times being silent makes someone attracted to you. This is a natural thing. It's not about forcing. But when they come into you and they start having conversations with you, this is when your negative mindset, your belief systems, a lot of times about yourself, actually repel them. In a lot of ways, people are mirrors. Even your relationships, the way people treat you, people in your life are mirrors, and they reflect back to you what you believe about yourself. And so if people are always pushing you away, a lot of times it has to do with the fact that you're not accepting yourself. You're not loving of yourself. Okay? So law of attraction should be more focused on deliberate, aligned action. What can you do today to make you a better catch for the opposite sex, or whoever it is that you're wanting today? What can you do to make yourself a better partner? And naturally, people will be attracted to you. Here's the last thing I'm going to say about your beliefs. The reality is, I'm not knocking or shaming anyone that has typed a negative comment about themselves. A lot of times people don't say negative things about me, and even if they do, it is what it is, okay? People constantly reflect, again, their own belief systems into the things that they type, okay? So this is not a negative about you if you said anything negative about yourself, about me, about anyone else. But I want you to know that your belief systems are kind of somewhere in the back of your mind, and they're constantly driving. That's what's tough and challenging about this. They're constantly driving you into situations, into circumstances, into opportunities without you even being cognizant about this. For example, if you don't believe that, like some people say, I'm not good at math, well, you'll tend to avoid situations and opportunities that call for knowledge in math, as opposed to saying, I don't know math right now, but it's something I can learn. It's something I can improve on. And also what's really tough and negative about some belief systems is that you didn't even come up with these things by yourself. They were implanted in your mind by friends, maybe family members who had bad experiences, and they planted these seeds in your mind as a young kid, and you've carried these things out into the world. Maybe you experienced some things 10, 20 years ago that make you believe these things about yourself, and you keep showing up as that person that you were that got dumped. That's not who you need to be. The past does not equal the future. That's a quote that I love from Tony Robbins. Whoever you were, whatever you've done, push that to the side. Don't let that determine how you want to show up. If you want to attract your ex back, focus on being the best version of yourself. Focus on being the most attractive person for yourself, and stay no contact. When you're no contact, they will go through the process. They will miss you. They will think about you, even if they're in relief right now. You focus on improving, and then they come back and at least talk to you, have a conversation with you. But now the things that are coming out of you are more aligned with an attractive person, someone that they would be lucky to be with, someone they would be happy to be with. But also you're evaluating them. Are they a good partner for this new version of you? Are they someone that you would love to build a life with? These are the types of questions you should be asking yourself. And then you'll see you naturally attract better people, better opportunities, better circumstances, and life is just good. A lot of life is created by you. Whatever you believe is not something you can hide. It will come forth. So my suggestion is that you go to work and start asking yourself, start questioning, where did I get this from? Okay, where did I get this thought process or mindset that my ex should be on a pedestal, or that I'm not good enough, or that I have to bend myself into a pretzel for them to give me a chance? They should be lucky for an opportunity to be with me. Start to ask yourself these questions so you can rid yourself of these beliefs that other people put into you. That's what some people call shadow work. You have to go inside your mind and wipe away the things that are not productive, that actually drive and influence your actions. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you have any thoughts, comments, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, the quickest way to do so is to click the first link in the description. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of the future videos that I put out on this channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.